is on fire and I'm shutting it down. I need vectors for a diversion to nearest. Sutro, over. Is anyone there?
Welcome to 1 Hour Reviews. We give games exactly 1 hour to win us over and tell you which ones kept us hooked until the end. Near Death is a first-person Arctic survival game developed and published by Orthogonal Games and released in August of 2016. Running on the Unity engine, the game takes place in the mid-80s and puts players in the thermal boots of an Arctic researcher stranded on an abandoned station during polar night. In gaming, the first-person perspective is usually associated with action-packed shooters or mysterious point-and-click adventures. However, more and more developers are looking for novel experiences to bring to the audience, and Orthogonal Games sets out to do exactly that. Near Death opens with a plane crash, leaving the player in control of the only survivor. Completely disoriented and armed with only a flashlight, we set off towards the only source of light visible in the distance. Once we get inside the nearest building, we find a portable heater, an invaluable tool for surviving this harsh environment. The heater uses kerosene that we need to scavenge and only works in rooms that are sealed so the heat can't escape. A simple but effective crafting system allows us to create a few temporary solutions to increase our chances of survival, ranging from canvas window patches to electrical components necessary for restoring power to certain buildings. Although the graphics and gameplay mechanics are rather simplistic, the game explores a well-defined concept and manages to create a convincing simulation of an extreme environment. While exposed to the elements, there is a very real sense of urgency, created at first by the sound of our characters shivering uncontrollably, and later by our vision getting blurred and the music faded. Just before we freeze to death, the music stops altogether, and as we get a final rush of adrenaline in a desperate attempt to find shelter, the only noise is that of our panting breath. The soundtrack was composed entirely by ASC, who is known for his prolific electronic music output and his recent focus on ambient soundscapes. Not only is the music subtle and beautiful, it's also used in a very nice way, adapting itself to the surroundings and the character's health. The combination of limited vision, high tension, and the hypnotic score is best described as mesmerizing, making us play through the game in a trance-like state. Thanks to this atmosphere, the few written bits of exposition we get through the teletype machines have a far bigger impact. The writing is very well done, with a keen eye for small details. For example, we noticed that the typos made by the protagonist, because of her fingers trembling, always consist of letters that are located in the vicinity of the intended ones on the keyboard. And that level of attention just puts a smile on our face. After playing for an hour, we're compelled and eager to continue this game. All of the separate elements that make up Near Death are fairly simple on their own, but they all come together masterfully to create a unique and refreshing experience that rightfully deserves its place in our library.